Okie dokie, hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to live show, and hopefully now this sounds okay. We experienced some technical issues, but I think now it is running smoothly. Sami Elama, welcome to the chat. Do you hear the sound correctly? Is the sound fine? At least for me, the sounds just fine. This is the weirdest thing. Come on, my sound was like very crackling, and also my computer's clock was at the wrong time. I don't know. I don't know how that fucking shit even happens, my man. What the fuck is happening on this earth? Okay, but now, okay, I rebooted the computer and seems working now. So now we can proceed to talk about some adult XXX films. Yeah. Okay, I have here 10 top 10 adult movies and also some honorable mentions. And also, I was hoping that you will give me your list, your suggestions for them, some great adult titles, because by no means I am an expert on this subject, but I do think that adult films, they deserve to be talked about more. Even the most hardcore cult film or B-movie enthusiast, they probably don't know. They probably don't know that there is this kind of a subculture of adult movies. So, and I mean, they do know that it exists, but is there something worth watching? Maybe not everybody knows that. But I'm here to talk about the films that need some attention, and yeah, it is here, the list. So, who is with me? Sami Elämän, Beta Boop, Max Dennis, and sounds great. It's weird time to be alive. Let's talk erotica. Yes, it is. What did you do to turn audio? I rebooted the computer. There was some weird issues with that, man. I don't know. I think it had been like 2 years since this has similar things have happened to. But okay, well, it's good now. Yes, I'm a big Madame Olga Audrey Campbell fan. I'm hoping after the Flesh trilogy release that Olga will come next. Okay, I have never even heard about that. But are you talking about the Michael Findlay Flesh trilogy? Well, I don't think there's too many Flesh trilogies around then, even. Okay, 10 people watching. Unfortunate technical errors kind of like have chewed on this viewership, but hopefully if you're watching this as a recording, hopefully you will hit that like button, and also hopefully you will subscribe to the channel if you like this type of stuff. Bring it on, let's find some good XXS film. Don't know very much about these genre films. Yes, that is my point, exactly what I'm talking about, why I'm talking about these things. Okay, and hey, mind you that I have done these like top 10 lists from whatever subjects ever possible, but I think that this list was the most difficult one I have ever done. At some point I just gave up and thought that okay, this is impossible for me to do. Like this one is better, this one is better, this one is worse than that, because I can easily talk about some, let's say, like horror films of the 80s and action films of the 80s. I can easily point you the classics, but I don't think, not necessarily this genre has that type of classics that you can easily point out. So I was thinking that this is an easy list to pull off, but when I sit down and I was making the list, I was thinking to myself, oh man, this is gonna be tough, man. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, hey, maybe we wait a little bit. I think I will put the new links to the where I put the links so people can join in to the Discord, at least to the Discord. And then to the Facebook. But in the meantime, you can tell me more of your classics. And this list consists of films that are these things. I'd like to draw the line there that the films are supposed to be shot on film, and also I will draw the line here that the film should have at least an attempt of plot line. Don't you agree? Yeah. $14 people watching. Okay, 1 minute please. 1 minute, por favor. Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. One more. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. Okay, now we are done. And let's continue. Let's begin the list now. Okay. Why I'm wearing these headphones? Okay. The first film on this list is something called China and Silk. And this is kind of an action thriller espionage film. And this was from year 1984. And yeah, it is starring Kristara Barrington. Never heard about her. Ginger Lynn. I have certainly heard about her. And then Harry Reams, a familiar guy. Paul Thomas, a familiar guy. Also Herschel Savas. I think Herschel Savas just passed on, which is sad. Colin Brennan, Susan Hart, and Peter North. Yeah, young Peter North is starring in this film. Now, this is like I said, this DEA agent is trying to solve the case of this drug league, which is led by this Oriental lady. Was it this Kristara Barrington? It's not familiar to me at all. This is like an adult film with crime element thriller, and crime elements in it. And it even has a Vietnam flashback, and that was terribly funny to me. It is shot in some, I don't know, American forest, and then this Harry Reams gets shot, and then this lady, the Oriental chick who is running this drug organization, she comes help her and help him, and then they probably fucked. But Harry Reams is the cop who's trying to catch these smuggler groups, and yeah, probably the highlight of this film was, of course, the Vietnam flashback, and of course the Ginger Lynn scenes. It had some pretty okay action scenes in it, and to my knowledge, it had a great musical score, great funky score, but I could be mistaken. I could have been mistaken that for something else. This is the older Vinegar Syndrome release, number 133, and it's got a DVD release in it also. Yeah, but that is kind of like a warm-up movie for the things to come. Hey, evening from Denmark. I have no interest in porn, but I like the channel and it's sly. Hey, thank you. Welcome to the chat, Mr. Pop Viking. A real Viking for Denmark. Yeah. Thank you for the compliments. I really appreciate it. And Tommi Lehtonen says, hello Ville, good old school XXX films, girl with hairy bushes. Yeah, that comes indeed with the territory with these films, yeah. But moving on with my list, public affairs. Now, yeah, hey, this is like a political thriller or satire about this election campaign that this guy runs. It was starring Annette Haven, who is indeed a very famous adult film actress, and also Kelly Nichols, and it was directed by Henry Packard. I think he has directed lots of movies, and lots of Henry Packard films have been released through Vinegar Syndrome. So, yeah, it's classic right there. So, also it stars Joey Silvera and Richard Bolla, and people might remember most Richard Bolla from Cannibal Holocaust. And Richard Bolla was his porn actor name. His real name is Robert Kerman. But Richard Bolla is his porn actor name. And Public Affairs, I think it was kind of entertaining and very well done film. If you would cut out all the action scenes, this could be very well a real movie. And real movie, I mean that production value is there. It's got limousines in there, real looking offices in there, and the people, they talk in that way that it feels like it is like a genuine movie. So mind you that this probably has one of the first adult films I got from Vinegar Syndrome. This is VS number 310, and yes, I do have the slipcover, which is probably the long things sold out. And yeah, this picture is a part of much more roundier poster where this Annette Haven is actually sitting on guy's face, but Vinegar Syndrome opted to use only parts of that poster. Maybe it's for the best. At least now I don't have to use any very advanced technical wizardry to hide it from YouTube, because otherwise I would get my ass handed to me by YouTube and thrown out of the fucking YouTube, yeah. But yeah, it says here, great American porno film, and I won't argue with that. It says here also big budget hardcore black comedy with all-star cast. Henry Packard's Public Affairs features Annette Haven, Richard Bolla, etc. Produced and co-written by Joyce Snyder, Bletch Knight, and photographed by Larry Revere. So, who also photographed Doom Asylum. So that is because maybe that is the reason it looks like a real film, because it's done by real actual filmmakers. Yeah. Anybody seen Public Affairs? I just discovered Vinegar Syndrome and really like all the Deaf Crocodile releases. Well, back to the porno. Yeah, back to the porno business. Yeah, my man, let's do that. And remember, it's a live show, so I appreciate all the comments. So let's talk about videos. After all, this is a video talk. And if there's any new people around there, subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, moving on. That cover girl reminds me so much of Tracy Lords. Really. Well, I can see the resemblance. Yeah, we're quite right there. Alright, the next movie on my list is horror film. Oh, Dracula Sucks. Now, this has been released, at least to my knowledge, 3 times by Vinegar Syndrome. I have 5 movies in 5 years, special Blu-ray edition which includes Dracula Sucks, and also it has been released on DVD. So Vinegar Syndrome really must like this film because they gave this thing a 4K Ultra HD treatment. Yeah, I had actually not seen Dracula Sucks before I watched the 4K Ultra HD. And man, I gotta tell you, like from the previous film, well, I could say the same thing. This feels like an actual movie. It is like a remake of Bela Lugosi film, which is based on Bram Stoker's novella, but obviously it's a porno film and the Dracula bites to the balls. I mean to the dick and also to the female's genitalia. Yeah, you can probably imagine the rest. Okay, this film is directed by who was the director of this film? Philip Marsak is the director, and it says here Bram Stoker's classic novella. It's a remake, reimagining the classic novella, and it is Jamie Gillis. Now, he's such a familiar guy. If you at all have watched these kind of films, you will recognize Jamie Gillis's face. I think it is every other porno film from the 70s. There is Jamie Gillis. And I watched some interview and everybody has been saying that Jamie Gillis was actually a really nice guy. But go figure. But this thing is also starring John Leslie and Annette Haven. Once more, Annette Haven. Serena K. Parker, one of my favorite actresses. And Seka. Seka also is a very, very, very tough actress. And obviously, John Holmes is also in this one. So, what is there not to like? A film where Jamie Gillis plays Dracula and John Holmes gets bitten in the dick in this film. So, and also, hey, mind you, this actually includes a real actor. And it is the actor Reggie Nader, which you might remember from Dracula's Hound and also from the film that Vinegar Syndrome recently put out, the Mark of the Devil. He is that kind of really ugly looking dude, and annoyingly ugly looking dude. No offense. But he is here. He plays Van Helsing, Dr. Van Helsing in this film. And fortunately, we don't get to see him fucking. I'm very glad about that. But here, he is actually Dr. Van Helsing, and Jamie Gillis does all the fucking. And hey, this 4K release, the Blu-rays in the player, because I had to check. This 4K release is some sort of weird, like, softcore version, unfortunately. But the Blu-ray version, I hear it's longer version, which includes the hardcore scenes. It's like a semi-hardcore. You can see everything, but you don't get to see, the money shot or the penetration at close-up. So, I don't know what kind of a version is this, but yeah. I think this is one of the cornerstones probably of these X-rated films, at least in the horror genre. And to me, it is much more easier to talk about this film if there's some sort of genre. So if you might notice in my list that I lots of times I talk about genres, science fiction, horror, action, adult films, but yeah, to me it's much more interesting. Annoyingly ugly looking dude. That is a t-shirt. Yeah, you could put my pictures in that. Annoyingly ugly looking dude. I really liked her name was Lisa, says Peta Boop Max Dennis. Hey, I still have her name is Lisa, and I still have it on the plastic wrappings because I haven't got the time to get around to this film, but I will watch this shortly. And you liked her. Who is her? Nobody from. It's starring Vanessa Del Rio and Samantha Fox. Probably not the singer Samantha Fox. Oh, full stop. Love Dracula sucks. Fun movie and weird solidarized P-play. Yeah. Was that P-play? No, I don't think it was in the R-rated. I mean, in the softcore version. Because I didn't watch it completely, this harder cut. Damn, I didn't know, but indeed he's ugly, in my humble opinion. Hey Willie, huge fan of Debbie Does Dallas too. Hey, I have Debbie Does Dallas too, but I have never seen the first Debbie Does Dallas. Have you guys seen that? Because I haven't. Okay, let's move on to the number 7. And this is actually for the complete trilogy, Pretty Peaches. Okay, actually there's 3 movies, Pretty Peaches 1, 2 and 3. And this is like a kind of like a goofy comedy. Desiree Costello is Peaches. Desiree Costello. I have seen her in a bunch of other movies as well. She's like this cute, unlucky girl, and she gets in all this kind of weird situations, and she loses her memory because was it a car accident or something? And of course, this valiant couple of guys, they take her and take her to their apartment, and she's, living with these guys, and you might imagine with what she pays for the rent for those guys. But these Peaches, she's kind of naive and goofy and happy girl, so she goes to the world and finds this doctor and restores her memory. But the sequels, now my memory doesn't serve me too well. This was probably the only film this Desiree Costello was this Peaches, but basically the same character goes to different adventures in these other Peaches films. Now, there was kind of more than a few good action scenes in this first one, and also a scene that you don't generally see. It was a scene with enema. It was weird, man. I didn't see that one coming because this is like pretty mainstream film for most part, but then there's this enema scene, and was this in the quite in the beginning of this film even. So I was thinking that, oh yeah, so okay, what's this film? But yeah, I think Pretty Peaches trilogy is pretty solid adult film experience, but I have this rule: if it's an adult film and it plays like this 1920s and 30s big band music, you know from the get-go it's gonna suck. But as far as I remember, here was the big band music, but this film didn't suck, so it kind of proved me wrong. So this is the number 7 for me. Anybody seen Pretty Peaches? At least I remember Beta Poop Max talking about Pretty Peaches. Debbie Does Dallas, another great title. Ron Jeremy back in his prime. Well, Ron Jeremy is very much in a lot in these films. Yes, it says Joey Silvera, John Leslie, Ron Jeremy, Jamie Gillis, and Tracy Adams and Keisha. And these all were directed by Alex de Renzi. And Alex de Renzi usually does these kind of comedical things, comedical adult films, and they're kind of hit and miss. Like I said, I'm generally not a big fan of these humoristic adult films, which are on purpose made as a comedy. There are exceptions. I will come to them as well later on this show, but Alex de Renzi is more like a comedy guy. Not my favorite, but this was pretty okay. Never seen Pretty Peaches, says Dennis A. I think you should. Okay. Number 6. Probably nobody has seen this, but Come with me, my love. Okay. Guess who is the director of this film? Actually, this includes 2 films. Satan Was a Lady and Come with me, my love. But this thing that was directed by none other than Doris Wisman. Yeah, you have probably heard me talking about not Boris, but Doris Wisman. Agfa just recently released 3 boxes of Doris Wisman films. And my god, these films are at the league of their own. I still have the 3rd Doris Wisman, or should I say Boris Wisman box to be watched. But Doris Wisman was a lady who directed lots of these kind of B quality movies. Okay. They're probably Z quality movies. She directed a lot of them, and also a couple of actual X-rated adult features, so I gotta tell you, her movie making skills were not any better on this film, and I was laughing so hard when I was watching this. I mean, this is fucking weird movie. Okay, in this film, a woman is haunted by a vicious ghost in her new apartment. That kind of like a Satan-looking ghost, and yeah, he's like, oh yeah, I gotta do her. this Satan-looking ghost wants to ball with this woman. Apparently, everybody is fucking each other in that building. Yes, this building that the lady moves in. Everybody, neighbors are fucking each other. I mean, I gotta move there. Where is that apartment building located? Because I gotta go there. It's a very poor quality action scenes, but they're funny. They're funny, and most of the time you see a guy's back trusting away, and I was thinking that, oh man, how much longer does it take? How much more longer can I take this? And the editing, in all these Doris Wisman films, the editing is so weird. They might cut in some, like a flower vase during, like for 1/2 second. They might cut to a flower vase during the conversation. It makes no sense. Or they might cut to like a corner of the ceiling for no reason. It's fucking weird, man. Okay, and okay, the acting, the actresses in this, even by the 1970s porno standards, these people cannot act. these people, they're like, okay, okay, that was an Oscar performance from me compared to these people. And the music, oh my god, the 3rd point, the music is just cacophone voices that you might expect that some very deranged people hear in their heads. It's weird. I highly recommend this film. I mean, this is exactly the thing I'm talking about, that even the most hardcore genre film fans, they probably need to check out at least few hardcore films, because there is so much weird stuff available there. And the ending and the ending in this film, I mean, there was this lady and her boyfriend goes to hey, what's in the window? And there's like curtains, because there's no actual windows. So the boyfriend goes and then we get to see the boyfriend laying outside in the pavement. So okay, I guess he fell down, and then the girl starts to cry. Oh my god, my boyfriend. And then the girl from the next door comes, and I know that's a terrible thing, but I know what helps. And then I mean, it cuts directly from crying to 2 girls getting it on. It was damn funny. I recommend this. Did I say that already? And the other film, Satan Was a Lady, I think don't have too much recollections of that because this was so big of a showstopper. This Satan Was a Lady, but yeah, I guess it was equally bad. Yeah, and this was Pikarama number 016. Hey, okay, now I remember there was this sisters, and this girl was trying to seduce the boyfriend of her sister, and yeah, there was lots of fucking. Poor fucking, I might add. That's an expensive set from what I remember. Didn't get it yet. What do you mean? Do you mean this come play with me? I mean come with me, my love. Yeah. Betaboop Max Dennis says Fred Halstead's LA itself is a landmark for us gays. Okay. Betaboop Max Dennis. Okay. Okay, this might be a great time to show you a little film. The only Finnish gay film that I am aware of. Nussitaan ihan homona. Gay Finland. Okay, this title cannot be translated into English. It's kind of like a saying that you do something as a homo. Nussitaan ihan homona. When you're doing something a lot. So it says that fuck as a homo. But never mind that. But this is a Gay Finland, a Finnish. I think it was the first for, but I don't think there has been another one. And yeah, I was the director of photography in this thing. I shot the scene with Nahkajampe and also shot the scene in the Lapi Edenin, the spa scene, and I destroyed the video camera because I was I was so scared that I had to drink whiskey, and then I got an idea to my head that now I take the camera and slide through the how do you say, the liukumäki, the hill, and then I fell into the water, and yeah, that is the story of Gay Finland. As long as it makes me laugh and women are hot, I'm a fan. Are you going to order from Vinegar Syndrome? And Severin says, yes, I am. Hey, I am planning to do a broadcast next week, and I don't know when, but I am planning to do that. Let's check out the sales. I can't remember where did I find that on sale, but I was surely a Finnish-born website shop and only film where you did filmed. I have actually shot a lot of adult films, but this was the only gay stuff that we ever did, and that was like 15 years ago. And one more funny thing was that it was like within 1 year, this garbage paper Iltalehti in Finland, they reported that some guys have been going to Edeni spa and they have been shooting a homo film there. Then, okay, glad you noticed. It was 15 years ago. And the guy who was running this spa, he says that, well, people shouldn't be shooting porno films in our dressing rooms. But I guess it's okay to do any other things that these guys did in there. I mean that that was the only one that were available. Okay. Nice job, Finland. Wait, what? Oh, dang hell yeah. I'm jealous. It's been my dream to work in the adult industry. Well, I can tell you from my experience that once you get the excitement out of your system, then it kind of becomes kind of boring. Okay, moving on in the list. Hey, I believe Beta Boop Max Dennis has complimented this film, and I was thinking that when I started to think about this, I think this is quite a unique film. This feels like David Lynch if he would make a porno film. It would probably look something like this, so it's kind of a confusing plot where the okay, let me read it to you, because I think it describes it much more better than I ever could. Some men crave power, others success, but no man is able to resist the temptation. Williams owes a debt that he may not be able to repay. His girlfriend's sister, Felicia Kelly Nichols, is a beautiful, innocent trust in the world of a carnal vengeance. His mistress, Vanessa Del Rio, provides comfort but may not be able to save his fate. His employee, Josh Payne, tries to help but cannot resist his sinister desires, and his brother, Bobby Astor, holds the final shocking surprise in his web of erotic deceit. Yeah. Kind of weird music, weird atmosphere, and hey, guess what? Guess freaking what? Like I said, it plays like an episode of Twin Peaks and some sort of rubber reality film, but hey, it even has music from The Thing. This film was made in 1982, and somehow they got the music from The Thing to be added in this thing. So that was, to say the least, that was weird to hear that in adult feature. But it's got good weird atmosphere and good cats, but not necessarily the best action scenes. But yeah, I don't think the different positions, they were like very swiftly over, and I mean, how much can you watch Guy's hairy back? But this thing was freaking weird. And it deserves the place to be on this list. Got the slipcover version, and hey, it was directed by Roger Watkins, and wasn't that the guy who directed the Last House on the Dead End Street? It says here, it is. It says here, directed by Roger Watkins, The Last House on the Dead End Street. Corruption is a dark tale of frailty and hypocrisy, of morality, expertly photographed by Larry Ravine. Yeah, the same guy who photographed the, was it the Public Affairs? But yeah, indeed, this feels much more like a real movie, and it feels like a mystery thriller movie, and it's got the supporting cast of Tiffany Clark, Samantha Fox, and Tish Ambrose. Yes, it's really interesting, and Vanessa Del Rio. Hey, Vanessa Del Rio, yeah, she's one of a kind, gal. Okay, then probably necessary. Like I said, this was a very difficult list to produce, but not necessarily. I think this is. It's very difficult to put these in any like sensible order. But hey, fuck it. Let's just do it. Pleasure Maze. Now, hey, like I said, I appreciate if a adult movie has like a genre feel to it, and this was a science fiction movie. In the future, there are sex robots called night droids, and they are used as a sexual pleasure. And these things need to be tested. And hey, we got a tester for you. And it is starring Joey Silvera, and he is this like a sex drone tester, and he takes a long jogs. I mean, this film opens like a 5 minutes of jogging for no reason. And also this other film is in this Bigarama Vinegar VS 172. This other film includes the same jogging scene. Why? Why? I mean, I don't know. I don't understand. but that is one very interesting thing in these films, to see these weird things. But this guy Joey Silvera works in this scientific laboratory, and he has to test these sex bots. And what do you know? The brave tester Joey Silver managed to try out the latest and most fearsome Delta model, and you will never guess who is this fearsome Delta model. Well, of course, it's Ginger Lynn, none other. Ginger Lynn, the same girl who was married to... Wasn't he married to... Charlie Sheen? It says here, in the not too distant future, human prostitutes have been replaced by robots known as the Nitroids. Before these animatronic lovers can be released to the public, they must be carefully tested in a highly efficient laboratory called the Pleasure Maze. Nice, interesting set pieces, like scientific environments, which I really appreciate. And the music was kind of this like interesting electrical score, which is also very nice to hear in a film like this. That was my number 4. Was that the older porno movie that he had the main character give enemas to ladies through the movie? It has the same guy on this cover. I think you are referring to the Water Power film. I have never seen it. That would probably have made this list. One question, do you think Let My Puppets Come is an adult movie, or is it just a weird musical with adult scenes? Yeah, well, yeah, you're probably in the right track, Sami Elama. Well, it is just weird puppet show remake. It's just a clone with adult movies in. Wasn't that there even... I don't think there were even that many adult hardcore sequences. But yeah, that is indeed, that is a weird movie. It's gotta be the only puppet porno film ever made. I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, moving on with the list. Okay. The next one, obviously, oh yeah, oh shit, Star Virgin. Like I said, I do love me some good science fiction adult movie for cinema, and yeah, I ordered from Melusine. You remember that case when I ordered more films, and I'm really looking forward to that film called Starship Eros. But this is not Starship Eros, this is Star Virgin. Okay, in the distant future, there's a spaceship which goes through the space, and then there's this Star Virgin, the last virgin in the galaxy or some bullshit like that, and she is getting bored to be on this spacecraft, and she has with her there's this stupid looking robot. I could have easily show you a bunch of scenes that are not hardcore, because I think this thing is very hilarious. I recently, just now I said to you that I don't like, if a film is too much of a comedy, but I will make an exception if it's like a parody of Star Wars. This thing was made in the year 1979, and hey, it is clearly inspired by Star Wars, so I can't be mad about that. But this robot, okay, the robot registers that the girl is getting, very bored to her life, and then this robot starts to tell her about sex scenes. And wasn't this girl who is the Star Virgin, she was some sort of penthouse model or something? Not necessarily an X-rated porno star, but a penthouse. It says here, directed by Howard Zeem, Star Virgin is a clever and funny anthology of vignettes ranging from Adam and Eve, reimagined as a 50s high school students, to Count Dracula and his Nixon mask-wearing assistant. Yeah. I forgot about this, but these episodes here, which this robot explains to this girl, they're like remakes of different movies, like Adam and Eve and this Count Dracula. And yeah, was it this one? Yeah, okay, forget it. And I really like the robot. It speaks like this kind of a street slang. Hey lady, check this out. When he shows the another vignette from the past, from some sort of memory machine. But yeah, I really like the set design because it was made to be like a spacecraft and also this kind of Count Dracula thing. So I think it was well worth the shot. I was genuinely surprised that I like this that much, that I do like. Oh yes, that was it. You mean the do you mean the water power? Okay, 10. Hey, number 2. What would be the most classic X-rated film ever? What is the film that started it all? Well, I can tell you. It's Deep Throat from year 1972. And I was kind of wondering that what I have here is the Finnish Future-film DVD, which is kind of rare nowadays. But why this hasn't been put out on Blu-ray yet? I would imagine that this syvä kurkku, like it says in actual Finnish language, I would imagine that this one would be like about the first ones that Vinegar or some other label would put out. Now, before Deep Throat and even after that, the porno films, they were strictly forbidden. You couldn't have public screenings of erotica films, but for somehow these mafia guys who produced the film, it was exactly the same company who also produced Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 years later. But somehow they managed to put this thing, hardcore film, to the 42nd Street in New York, and it's gotta be still one of the most profitable movies compared to its budget ever made. I mean, this thing made millions, tens of millions, with a budget of, I don't know, $10,000, I don't know. But it's also very, very classic. Like, it created an industry, this film, and also it made Marilyn Chambers a star. I mean, Linda Lovelace, sorry. And also there has been documentaries made on this film, and also a movie, and some film like Boogie Nights probably is based much to this film. Yeah. But yeah, you can't get any more classic than this. It's been too long time since I have last seen. Maybe I should check it again. Sami Elämää says, yes, I also have the same DVD and also common inside the Deep Throat documentary. Haven't seen yet Lovelace film. Yeah, I was thinking about this documentary, Inside Deep Throat, and also the Linda Lovelace film. Right, it's the first one and no Blu-ray. Hey, to my knowledge, there is no Blu-ray, but if there is, please tell me. That should be a part of Criterion Collection. I mean, it's pretty significant film, so why is it not released on Blu-ray? Hell, we need 4K on that thing. But certainly it is not the first hardcore film ever made, but it was the kind of film that made hardcore legal. Because before that, definitely there were some private videos and private screenings, but this was marketed for people in the street that come and see this film. That's what I mean. Okay, Before number 1, let me go through the honorable mentions. Hey, for sure, Gaspar Noé's Love, it includes very good hardcore porno scenes. Have you seen this film? And this is pretty good film. I think I really like this film, but I don't think it doesn't qualify for this show. It doesn't fit with these other films. And mind you that Gaspar Noé has done other films which include hardcore scenes, and yeah, I think this is the most graphic of these. And I do have to give credit to these actors. These are real actors and they are actually fucking. It's not faked. They're actually fucking in these scenes. And I think it's a gripping drama and great drama, and it was made even in 3D, and I remember seeing it in the cinema. I was a little bit late. With girlfriend 10 I had back then. We went to this cinema screening with our 3D glasses on, and we entered the room when there was this money shot coming through the screen, and we were like, yeah, this is the shit, man. Okay, here I have Finnish Blu-ray from Future Film, and yeah, I highly recommend Love if you have not seen Love. We demand a new restoration to anybody listening. Yes, bring back Deep Throat. And hey, this was pretty funny, and actually this was supposed to be on my list, but I forgot about this film. But it deserves an honorable mention. And I'm talking about this Mislaid Genie. Okay, guess what happens in this film? Okay, guy is taking a bath and he's rubbing his dick. Then smoke cloud appears and this genie comes out from his dick. And this genie is a black guy who speaks like a street slang and, yo man, hey, you summoned me and now I will give you whatever you wish. And hey, you will never guess what this guy wishes for. And this is a comedy film. I said that I don't like comedy film, but there are exceptions. This was kind of like balls to the goal, enough crazy to be actually funny film. I remember laughing out loud lots of times when I was watching this Mislaid Genie. Sami Elämä says, haha, sounds very good. It was actually, I was surprised, it was actually funny. So every time this guy rubs his cock, the genie appears and says, okay, what is your command? And of course this genie also likes to enjoy, every now and then, likes to enjoy a lady then. I'm 50-50 on Noé. I'll watch. Okay, if you watch Love, tell me if you liked it or not. Okay, one more mystery film also, Pandora's Mirror. I think this was a very interesting film. This lady goes to this antique shop and hey, there she finds this mirror that can make her dreams come true, but it is also very addictive mirror. And yeah, it was kind of interesting and like a kind of like a pretty haunting at times. The music is terrifying and the actor, it was pretty well acted film. I think it was a solid adult film. Probably this would have belonged in top 15 list. Yeah. All right. Last honorable mention. I have talked this before. Here I have The Vixens of Kung Fu. And it's an actual martial arts film, only that these people do not train Kung Fu, they train fucking. Yes. The Vixens of Kung Fu from year 1975. After being brutally assaulted by a group of men, a young prostitute is taken into a secret sect of beautiful female Kung Fu masters who teach her about the erotic style of martial arts. Yeah, it is exactly what you might expect. Pretty goofy, funny, but overall very entertaining film. And we screened this at Cinemadrome Film Festival, and I shit you not, over half of the people left the audience during the film, and before the first 30 minutes or something. I guess they were not informed that this is an actual hardcore film. Betaboob Max Dennis says, I love the Lux Aeternam. I have not seen that yet. And hey, I forgot to mention that film, Vixen of Kung Fu, is also on this 5 films in 5 years Blu-ray disc set. It also includes Dracula Sucks, Corporate Assets, The Vixens of Kung Fu, Tropic of Desire, and Baby Rosemary. So now you know. Right on. The first, the biggest, and the best. Not necessarily a full-blooded adult film, but this definitely qualifies to this list. And this is an anomaly in film history. Most of you, this is got to be, if not the most expensive hardcore film, but is definitely up there. Most of you probably guess what I'm talking about with grade A actors, A-list actors in this film. And yeah, Caligula. I mean, Caligula has got to be on this list. And hey, Caligula is the biggest, the best, is most insane film about ever. So first of all, it's starring Malcolm McDowell and Peter O'Toole and Rosetta Rambling. Charlotte the Rambling. Was it Charlotte the Rambling on this film? But okay, I will read. Helen Mirren. I got confused. Helen Mirren. I was talking about her. And also John Steiner. Yeah. Okay, and this thing is 156 minutes, but if I understood correctly, they are preparing like 4-hour cut for 4K Ultra HD from Caligula. I will definitely get that shit. For some reason, I remember this type of news announcement, but somebody can correct me if somebody remembers more better. Okay, so Caligula, the famous, most infamous Roman emperor, deranged guy, and Malcolm McDowell plays fantastically. He plays Caligula, kind of guy who does whatever he wants. And the producer, it was directed by Tinto Brass, but the producer, Penthouse's Bobby Cuccione, he filmed these hardcore scenes afterwards and edited them into the film. And Malcolm McDowell and Peter O'Toole or Tinto Brass, they were not pleased. But nevertheless, I think it disqualifies because it's an actual film and it contains lots of hardcore scenes. And it's a good film. And it's a gory film, an interesting film. Great music and all. Imagine like some sort of like a Gladiator, only with some more punch to the love-making scenes. I remember I was watching Bat Pussy in Cinemadrome Surprise Night. That movie was very bad in funny way. Hey, I mean, that is the only Cinemadrome screening about ever that I have missed. It was during the COVID season. So, and there were like forced to wear masks during the screening. So I was thinking to myself, I don't want to be wearing no mask through the whole movie. So, didn't go then. And Betaboob Max Dennis says, this is the number one. Hopefully you agree with me. Yeah. Right on. Okay, hey, that is my top 10 list. And hey, let's go once more. Number 1, Caligula. Number 2, Deep Throat. Number 3, Star Virgin. Number 4, Pleasure Maze. Number 5, Corruption. Number 6, Come With Me My Love. Number 7, Pretty Peaches. Number 8, Dracula Sucks. Number 9, public affairs. And finally, number 10, China and Silk. I certainly hope so you have enjoyed this transmission, and also it was nice chatting with you, and I'm very sorry about the technical difficulties which were plaguing this broadcast at the beginning, but I'm very glad that we managed to do this evening and not to have left this for some other night. So hey guys, next week let's talk about the Vinegar Syndrome and Severin sales. I'm not sure if it's gonna be on Friday or it's gonna be on Sunday, but hey, I will try to put more in advance that this event, that you will see that when the actual live show is gonna be, when. So hey, all right, if nothing else, I thank you for watching, and hey, wish you the great of the rest of your days. I mean this day, not of your days. Sami Elämää says, good list. I forgot Caligula is also an adult film. I have that Empire DVD box edition. Hey, it's a great box edition. I know what you're talking about, and in my opinion, Caligula, indeed, it qualifies for this list.
Hell yeah! All right.
Oh yeah. Caligula.
Video.
Anybody, if there's any new people, remember to subscribe and also hit that like button. And Henkmeister, I am too waiting for the Caligula Ultimate Cut. That's gonna be fantastic. By the way, Henkmeister, do you remember what was the label that was working on that Ultimate Cut?
Bitch, we're talking with our boy Willie. You know he's got the shit. He's dancing real hard. I know you'll never get sick of it. He's got that tee on, got that long sexy hair. You know he's about to take his shirt off, his abs so bare. He's got a six-pack. They call him Suburban Commando. He's a big motherfucker and he's dropping it low. He's about to slap that ass, baby, about to slap it so hard. You ever seen this motherfucker running naked through your backyard? Video talk, bitch, we're talking video talk. Get your video talk. You best subscribe. You best subscribe or die. You best subscribe or dive to Video Talk.